Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the garage. So today I wanted to do a quick review of Glenmorangie Nectar Door. Nectar Door. And I can't pronounce it. I don't know if you can see that very well. Let me see if I can. A little bit better. I don't know. There you go. This came in my Christmas pack. So this is a 12-year-old Highland from Glenmorangie, and Nectar Door is golden nectar, basically, is the pronunciation. So, pairing it with some Bothy Flake from Samuel Gawath and my Arbutus 101, beautiful pipe. Very cool Chris Morgan pipe. I counted up my Chris Morgan pipes today. I think I have over a dozen of them, so I may have a Chris Morgan pipe problem or a Morgan pipe problem. So 3 or 4 of them aren't even smoked yet, so it's good to have. Really love this pipe, love the saddle bit. Like I said earlier, I'm really getting back into straight stem with just a very slight bend. So Nectar Door is it's a 12-year-old, like I said. It's a Highland Scotch, and it is aged in oak casks, in white oak casks, and then it's finished in, and I can't pronounce the French R, so I'm going to try it, but don't laugh. Sauterne, I can't do it. Sauterne, it doesn't sound right when I do it, but Sauterne, from the Sauterne, and that's not the region, but those are the casks. It's a very sweet French wine, and that's what this is finished in. And so it's got a really nice, kind of a sweet, syrupy kind of taste, and I'll get into that in a second. So I love my Bothy Flake, and in my mind, I think I want to pair it with a Highland Scotch, but every time I do, I just don't think, I think the Bothy Flake overrides. If I'm really going to do a true review, probably need to not have the Bothy Flake. Bothy Flake is a Virginia Latakia. It's mostly Virginia with a little bit of Latakia. And it's topped or finished with Highland whiskey, Highland Scotch. And you can really taste the Scotch, and it really tastes the Scotch. But what's weird to me is that the Latakia gives it that smoky flavor. So it's almost like a smoky Highland, which is kind of a, I don't want to say oxymoron, but, you know, the Islas are the smoky Scotches. Highlands typically are not. At least in my limited experience. So if you're a sports fan, very, very sad day today in the world of sports. Kobe Bryant was killed today in a helicopter crash in California. And I think it's pretty much official now. I know they've been reporting it for most of the afternoon, but I think most of the outlets have picked it up, and I think it's pretty much confirmed at this point that unfortunately him and 5 others, I believe, or he was one of 5 that perished in the crash. So definitely thoughts and prayers to his family, and just terrible. 41. Life's fragile, folks. Very fragile. You know, you just don't. Just a blink of an eye. I guess it was, you know, from the limited reports I've read, it was kind of foggy and overcast out there, and they crashed into the side of a hillside or a mountain. So I don't know if it was the fog contributing factor. Still way too early, so that's just speculation, but just some of the reports I've heard today. So anyhow, certainly a sad day in the world of sports, and a sad day for the 4 daughters. And they haven't confirmed who was on the plane. I'm praying it wasn't his 4 daughters amongst the, you know, and that's just me just praying that it wasn't his whole family on that plane or that helicopter. So Doesn't matter who it was. It's tragic, really tragic. But hopefully they'll get everything sorted out and the family will be taken care of. And what do you say? Just terrible. Just kind of a shocking day in the sports world. Nectar door. So golden nectar. I did something I don't normally do. So I did put a little bit of distilled water in this. I'm going to try, in my studies, a lot of folks will say, you could taste the whiskey better at a 35 ABV instead of the 46. This is a 46 ABV, so 92 proof, I believe is what this is. So little water in it, just a little bit, just a cap full of distilled water to kind of open it up. On the nose, I get very citrusy, almost like a lemon citrus, but a sweet citrus. And I know lemons aren't sweet, but like a sweeter lemon kind of deal is what I would pick up on that. Can't keep this pipe lit, apologize. On the palate, it's very good. Get this really smooth. I don't get much of the citrus, but it's this really smooth kind of vanilla, maybe a hint of citrus, but very sweet. Not overly sweet, but sweet. So very nice. On the finish is pretty dry, and it's kind of a longer finish, but dry oak and lemon. Very unique. So this is a decent one. The Glenmorangie, which I'm a huge Glenmorangie fan, as you know. I've talked about their stills and how they get the that really sweet butterscotchy, fruity kind of deal because the stills are so high. Tallest stills in Scotland, from what they say. So what I read, at least, I've never been there. I don't know firsthand, but good. I mean, this is one. Again, I got this in my sampler pack. I think there was 4 100 milliliter little bottles in the pack I picked up at Christmas time. And this is one I wanted to kind of taste and do a review. Don't have a full bottle, but it's beautiful gold color. I don't know if you can see that. It's a lot lighter than, and I think that's probably where it gets its name, the Nectar door, the golden nectar, because this is really a really golden color. It's not an amber, it's not a darker brown, it's really a lighter golden. Kind of a syrupy taste. Not in a bad way. All in all, good. So Nectar door. And I like my Glenmorangie. Like the Highlands. It's a very good scotch. It's not my favorite, but that lemon oak finish is kind of unique. It's kind of neat. Again, I don't think Bothy Flake's the right pairing. I don't know what I would pair with this. Maybe something a little bit sweeter than Bothy. But I have in my head that Bothy Flake, because it's finished with that, it's a Virginia with a little bit of Latakia that's finished with the Highland Scotch. I have in my head that it should pair well with all the Highland Scotches, and I don't know that it does. candidly. I don't know that it does. But you be the judge. Bothy Flake, certainly good. Certainly a tasty tobacco. Nothing wrong with it. As weird as it sounds, it may pair better with an Isla or even a more punchy bourbon, that's really, really kind of bitey, I would say. Because I get bite out of this Bothy Flake. I really do. It's not as smooth, and was smoking some Sunset Harbor last night, and that one was really smooth. But that's more of a Balkan. This is more of a Virginia, so it's probably not fair to compare them, But that Sunset Harbor would pair very well with the Scotch, I think. So, anyhow, won't keep you. Appreciate you watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know if you've had Nectar d'Or, if you've had that. If I know that's how you pronounce it. I'm probably just not saying it right. It sounds funky when I say it. But if you've had it, drop me a line below deck. Let me know what you think of it. It's tasty. It's worth it. I don't know the price point on the 750 milliliter. Like I said, I just got this little 100, this little doodad here. I got, as a Christmas gift. There was 4 of them in the little box. So good way to try and sample before you buy a whole bottle. Would I buy a whole bottle? Yeah, I probably would. Again, it's not my favorite, but it's good. Anyhow, wishing you all the blessings in the world. Take care, and we'll catch you later. Have a great night, everybody.